Continental, UEFA Champions League sponsors.
Rangers tried the Champions League once and liked it. Then there were 2 years in the European wilderness. Tonight, they're back in amongst the big boys, dreaming of European glory once again. This time, though, hoping it all doesn't end in tears. Yes, at last, Scotland have representatives in the UEFA Champions League, and once again, it's Rangers. Good evening and welcome to their first match, live and exclusive, the whole 90 minutes against Steaua Bucharest. Joining me in the studio tonight, one man who didn't manage to make the journey to Romania, Rangers' Trevor Stephen, and Cup Winners' Cup medalist and Motherwell manager, Alex McLeish. Trevor, injury prevented you from going to Bucharest tonight. That's a shame, but what are Rangers' chances?
Chances are good. It's a very important game for us to get off on a good start is vitally important. Draw's a good result tonight. A win would be absolutely fantastic.
Okay, one goal took Rangers to this stage, and that's the same for Steaua as well, Alex.
Well, it just shows the importance of that goal at Ibrox by Gordon Jury, the goal which we see here. At the time, Rangers were lambasted a wee bit in the performance, but to lose no goals at home, in fact, I would have loved Motherwell to go through in a 1-0 aggregate.
Sure, of course. That was Illy scoring. Adrian Illy, he's going to be a danger man, we believe, tonight, Trevor.
There'll be plenty of danger men out there, and it's important that we start the game nice and tight. Don't give too much away early on.
All righty. Well, we will take a short break now, but join us again in a couple of minutes for the first half live. Of course, Rangers in Steaua tonight in Bucharest, hoping for glory. Welcome back. The waiting's nearly over. Let's go over live to Bucharest now for Steaua versus Rangers. Match commentator tonight, Jerry McNee.
Well, it's just coming up for line 27 at the Stadion El Steaua here in Bucharest, a stadium which holds 29,000 people, and it's packed. There's the Steaua lineup, and of course some unhappy memories for Walter Smith and his men from the last time they were here. This is a young Steaua side, but one with experience, players who played in the World Cup finals last summer in the USA, and Militaru, a player who will have to be watched. Vladoyuk, the number 9, and Ilya, all dangerous players from midfield to front. And of course, Lakatos, the captain, is suspended, as is international defender Pani. And there's the tactical line-up formation. And now Rangers, well, Walter Smith feels that Rangers can do something here tonight. I think that's reflected in his team selection. He's really gone for it. Ali McCoist in there, Ian Durant, Charlie Miller. It's an attack-minded side. And of course Richard Gough there will be so important. Well, alongside me, of course, the former captain of Rangers, Terry Butcher.
Yes, it's a vitally important game for Rangers, but the mood of the squad's very good. It's a very hard pitch at the moment. There appears to be a lot of grass on it. It's quite firm, so the ball will bounce a lot all over the place. I'm sure that the players will have a cagey first 10 minutes to get hold of the ball, but after that it really should be hell for leather. There's the Rangers line-up. It's a little bit strange to see McLaren in midfield. They just play with the 3 central defenders, which have done so well for Rangers. Cleland will play in the left-back role, right in the right-back role, and supplement the midfield. But it's from that midfield that we expect to see Charlie Miller, Ian Durant make runs forward. Of course, Durant's got his 8 or 9 goals in the European Cup. He's got a good record. Alan McCoist, we see, there hasn't scored yet in the Champions League, so hopefully it'll be his night tonight.
So Alain Sarr from France, the referee. The tax inspector. He speaks very good English, I'm told. He's handled UEFA Cup games. and European Championship games, but this is his first in the Champions League. And there's the Steaua coach, Dimitriou, and he was here last night watching Rangers training session, and Jordanescu, the former Steaua manager, was with him. He now coaches the national team, so they're a formidable partnership, and he was along giving his advice as well. Well, there were big changes at the stadium since Rangers were last here in March of 1988. A lot of money's been spent in the place, $7 million US. A new stand has been built, and it's all seated. So the referee checking his watch. Everything done to the second in the Champions League. It's a very professional setup, handled by team marketing for UEFA. So a big night for the 34-year-old referee. As I said, his first Champions League tie. And it'll be interesting after the pre-season game at Ibrox to see how Rangers settle into this. They beat Steaua by 4-0, but Walter Smith has been at pains to point out since then that Steaua had about 80% of possession. The Rangers got the goals at the right time. But they must feel they're in with a chance tonight with this formation. So away we go on a huge night for the Ibrox club. And it's Ian Durant with an early touch, a man with a tremendous European pedigree. Cleland, as you can see, is operating on the left side of the field. Stephen Wright in his role on the other side, and Petric, Goff and McLaren in the middle. And here is McLaren. And Larrieux, the number 9, they're getting a touch. He gives defenders no peace at all. He chases lost causes, and he really gives Rangers a hard time. And there's the shot going in from Ilya, the man who scored the winning goal in the qualifying tie. And he certainly whacks him from just outside the area. He'll have to be closed down.
I think it's worth a shot early on, especially when Rangers did give the ball away. Alan McLaren thought that Richard Goff was going to sweep up there. Both left it to each other, and it's worth a shot from 25 yards, slightly off target, so hopefully he won't get any closer than that. But Rangers just try and get their close passing game together. Gascoigne give the ball away. His first touch is not too good, so hopefully he'll want to improve on that.
So a touch there for McCoy. This is Laudrup, who obviously again has a free roll. But the referee spotting an infringement there, calling back the play for the free kick to Steaua Bucharest. As I said, it's a young team, but it's a formidable club. They've won the championship the last 3 consecutive years, 17 times overall, and are highly experienced in European terms. Here's another break on now, and it's McLaren who eventually gets the ball away. Well, Cleland was involved initially there, and eventually Rangers scramble it away, but they're under pressure again. Steaua look very much in the mood here. Goff goes into the challenge now, and the referee awards the free kick Rangers' way. And Goff took a knock as he made the challenge on Ilya.
It seems okay. Richard just got a bang on his knee, but a bit scrappy play from Rangers, leaving the ball to each other, I think, at the moment. Alec Cleland at left back just getting a bit turned inside out there. Just a strange position for him with 3 central defenders. You don't know whether to go back and help out the 3 central defenders or try and get tight on Militaru, who's wide on the right for Steaua Bucharest. So they want to improve on that, but still early stages yet.
A slip now from Steaua. That was Gilcat. The Rangers have the throw. Quickly taken with Durant. Steaua knocking the ball about with confidence in these early stages. And it's a free kick against Cleland, taking Militaru out of the play.
I don't know if the referee's got some big shorts on, whether he's got a big backside, but by getting his backside in the way of that pass, he's helped set up an attack for Steaua Bucharest, so with a bit of luck, he'll get out of the way in future.
This is Dobosh, the skipper. It's played through now by Prodan. Put up by Petric. A touch from Wright. And Paul Gascoigne will want to get himself involved in this match as quickly as possible, but After just a few minutes, indications that Steaua will call its Rangers some real problems unless they get to grips with things in the middle of the park. And when they get possession, they must keep it. Petric intercepts, forward now to Laudrup. It's laid off there by Vladayu. Militaru. It's Ilie again causing problems. Referee waves play on. And the corner kick conceded. Gordon Petric driving to head that one behind, and that gets the home fans going. It's Vladayu coming across to take it. It's Vladayu again. And a poor effort going in there from Cheek.
It wasn't really a cheeky effort, was it? But it was miles wide. But Steaua has really settled into their passing rhythm just a bit quicker than Rangers have. Quite loud up, just trying to get used to playing against the back four again abroad. He's not used to playing against. He used to be playing against a sweeper and so forth. So it's just a case of Rangers getting their passing game, their pattern going, and we hopefully see a few more attacks. That is, if the referee doesn't get his backside in the way of things again.
So just over 5 minutes gone here at the Steaua Stadium. Steaua Bucharest 0, Rangers 0. And again, Steaua moving forward. It's that man Ilie again, who looks very much in the mood. And it's Petric who blocks him. It's Ilie again, lovely turn by him. Way by McLaren. And Andy Goran kicked that one comfortably from Militaru.
Yes, he connects well there, keeps it down on the ground. Andy Goran then gets his body down. Good job he held it because there was a player coming in, but you don't mind if they're shooting from long distances as long as they're comfortably held by Andy Goran like that. But just be careful because with the danger of the three central defenders, the space is in the fullback position. Obviously they want to go and attack, so just be careful of these long balls. Gordon Petric was for once just caught out.
So the free kick to Rangers. Gascoigne and Laudrup trying to get something going, but again Rangers have lost it. It's Vladayu to Ilie. Again he shows good skill. That one just running away from the little striker.
Yeah, you just see Andy Goran then just trying to tell his players to settle down. The midfield three especially, they've got to just make sure that one of them stays deep. If two are going up, if two are taking early free kicks and trying to get in advance of their strikers, one person's got to sit in the middle of the field because Steaua have had 3 or 4 times and they just passed the balls through the middle of the field. There's been no Rangers players there, so one of them, probably Durante at the moment, if not Gaza, has got to sit back and just make sure he gives the midfield a bit of depth.
The referee is awarding the free kick to Rangers, but I'm sure they just like to string a few passes together and settle down here. Steaua have made the better start. Richard Goff has moved forward to the edge of the area, and it's Gascoigne who plays it through in his direction, but just too much in that one, and the opportunity is gone. Gascoigne doesn't look very pleased.
I think he's just trying to explain to Richard where he wants him to run, but it's good for Rangers if they are going to leave Richard Goff one-on-one on the far post, because I'm sure that when it is a one-on-one situation, Richard Goff will beat anybody. If the service is right, of course.
So it's played across to Sheik. And Steaua showing patience. This is Dobosh. Played off there by Radican. It's Cheek again. Bielka plays it through. It's headed away by Petric. And the shot going in again from Militaru. Well, he's always on the lookout for an opportunity. Well, both of these clubs unbeaten this season. Steaua have played 8 games so far. Rangers have played 6. That's in competitive terms, of course. Played through by Cleland. That's Gascoigne challenging. And referee awards a free kick against the Rangers midfielder. So just about 500 Rangers fans here tonight. So the Steaua crowd, the ones making whatever noise there is, but it goes quiet for just a moment as Petric clears. It's carefully watched by Dobosh. This is Cheek. Ilya, McLaren's with him. Badayu comes across. It's Ilya again trying the shot. And Andy Gorham had that one covered all the way. But again, Ilya combining well and of course getting plenty of support from his number 9, Badayu.
Yes, they're not really afraid to shoot, are they? Any chance they get, they just any eye on those white posts, and they're going to have a right go. And so far they've been quite successful with their ratio on target. But you know, it's one or two players slipping on the pitch as well. The pitch is very hard. It's difficult to know whether to wear rubbers or studs in this situation. And with the dew coming down, because the time here is roughly about 9:45 at night, so the pitch is going to get a little bit wet. So if you are wearing rubbers, you're going to slip over. So just watch out for a few more players sliding about.
So as you can see, just over 10 minutes played. Still no scoring here at the Steaua Stadium. It's Steaua in possession. It's Bukur playing it through. It's picked up by Radican. Badayu. Again, they string the passes together. They keep possession. Dobosh to Cheek. And Cleland battling hard there with Militaru. And the referee awards the ball Steyer's way. And just a little finger wagging for Alec Cleland. Referee waves play on. Steyr, they're looking for another free kick. This is McCoist. And the offside flag goes up against Laudrup. And again, Rangers will be hoping to see some decent runs from Brian Laudrup tonight to try and pressure this defence. There's been no real impression made by the Danish player so far. This is Gascoigne. Petric. Again, it's a slack one. It's laid off by Ilya. Militaru. And away by McLaren. This is Prodan. Bukur, away by Goff. So the Romanians keep possession. Rangers are finding it tough here. And Militaru comes down. The referee waves play on. Now it's Laudrup, the chance on for Rangers now to break. It's laid off to McCoist. Laudrup again, Cheek goes with him. And a bit by Laudrup indicates the referee.
Well, that's what Rangers want to see, Brian Laudrup on the ball, obviously not giving away free kicks, but all Rangers have to do, just be a bit patient, don't try and go diving in midfield, don't try and go diving in the back and then effort to win the ball back too early. They can just encamp on the edge of their own box if they have to, because they know that they've got Laudrup, they've got players in, when Laudrup gets the ball, that can break from midfield and they'll get on the end of things. But at the moment, they might just show signs of frustration trying to win the ball back too early. They're not doing too badly at the moment. The Romanians aren't making any clear-cut chances, just shooting from long range.
So it's Steaua again, pushing forward. This is Gilka. That's Bukur. Badayu, nice little dummy by him, but McLaren nips in just ahead of Ilya. And now it's Laudrup. Cleland runs in support. Cleland racing down the left-hand side, but just too much in that one for him. There's the Steaua coach, and it's an important night for him and his team. They're under pressure to win this one because next match is away to Juventus in Turin. desperately keen to take something out of this tonight. It's laid off by Militaru. It's Cheek. Dobosh plays it through. It's Petric getting it away. Well, a slack one there played out of defence by Steaua, and this is Laudrup. But you see there are 3 Steaua players round him immediately, and he's taken out of the game. And he's going to find it tough to find some space out there tonight.
I think that's the mark of respect they pay Brian Laudrup, and 3 men, when he gets the ball, 3 men are around him pretty quickly. But they do, in that case, they did try and spring a quick offside trap, but Brian Laudrup with his pace should get through that.
So Goff's well forward again. It's aimed in his direction. He gets the touch, but Steaua, the Steaua keeper, handles comfortably. This is Militaru. And again, Cleland gives away a free kick, and he'll have to be careful. So that's 15 minutes gone here in Bucharest. It's Steaua 0, Rangers 0. And it's Steaua who are making most of the running. And you see Cleland's challenge there on Militaru. Free kick's quickly taken. And it's Militaru himself now in possession. This is Gielka. Breaks away to Cleland. Now it's Durant. Well, this is Steyer's second consecutive season in the Champions League. And certainly, of course, the club with a proud tradition in the tournament, having won it back in '86, finalists again in '89. So it's Durant who takes this one. Goff's well forward again. The goalkeeper commits himself, and the referee steps in as Laudrup played the ball forward. Or the free kick, but again Richard Goff using his power in the air.
Good ball in by Durant to the far post. The keeper makes his mind up very early to come for it. Here he comes on the left of the pitch now, and up goes Richard and clatters the man underneath the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper clattered him as well, not too sure, but it was the meat in a sandwich there, just groggily getting to his feet. The problem that Rangers are encountering at the moment is when the right back, Cheek, gets the hold of the ball and advances. Militaru is pushing Alec Cleland back towards that left back role. Now it's a question of one of the midfield men coming out to try and close the right back down. And at the moment, I think you're seeing Durant, who comes out there sometimes, but Cheek is getting too much possession for my liking.
That's Dobosh who sends the ball forward. And a good turn by Adrian Ilye, putting Petric under pressure. Stepping away from him again, and it's Goff who gets the touch, and it was Gascoigne who'd been back into his own area to help out there. And again, Ilye showing what a dangerous player he is. And now Steaua get the corner kick. It's played short, inevitably to Ilya. Nice turn by him again. And it was Cleland who cleared. But they are quick and dangerous. This is Gielka. Militaru. Cheek is breaking and some space on the right, but Militaru cuts back inside. This is Cheek now. Again, it's the patient build-up. It's Gielka.
He just about hit the corner flag there with that shot, which is a good sign for Rangers. But they are getting a lot of possession around 30, 35 yards out, the Steaua Bucharest team. Just from that corner that was on before when the ball's played short, and he's allowed to turn and go past one Rangers player. Now he's in the box. The alarm bell start to ring, but but for a good interception, I think it was Alec Cleland He booted the ball out of defence. Rangers could be 1-0 down, but they just got to sharpen up in and around the penalty area with their marking, Rangers.
This is McLaren trying to thread the ball through there to Cleland. It's upfield by Dobosh. And Wright just fails to keep that one in play. It came off Petric. A throw in to Steaua. And it's Ilya involved. Vladayuk. And another corner kick to Steaua Bucharest. So Rangers not finding it at all easy in this first half. Just coming up to the 20-minute mark. And still no scoring. And the shot going in there from Raducan, the 21-year-old player who came into the side tonight in the absence of Lakatush.
You just get a bit of a funny feeling because a lot of the way the ball's bouncing and everything else. You see the ball coming out here. I think Paul Gascoigne misses it. He should have hit that first time really, but gets closed down well, and in the end has to snatch at his shot. Thankfully put it over the bar, but any balls that are dropping down in and around the area and he ricochets are falling to the Steaua Bucharest team at the moment. So Rangers under the cost a little bit. If they can weather the storm and try and get their passing game going a little bit more, then they can get out of their own half, which they've really failed to do in the first 20 minutes.
Dobosh playing it through to Cheek. It's cut out by Gascoigne. Steaua have it again though. It's Gilka. This is Raducan. Leaving it to Ilya. Vladayuk calling for it in the middle. It's headed away by Goff. That's McLaren clipping it through to McCoist. Rangers just cannot hang on to possession. They're finding it very difficult indeed, but here's Gascoigne through to Laudrup. Again, the Romanian players clustering around him. And this is exactly what Diak Athens did to him last season. And just a little bit of frustration there from the Danish player. Here comes Steaua again. Dobosh pushing forward. Militaru. Nice little turn by him. What are you? That shot there from Gilka, taking a deflection. No problem for Andy Gorham. So Gilka there, 13 full caps for his country and played in last year's World Cup.
I can't believe Archie not speechless. Speechless there. He's normally shouting, ranting and raving, but they're not quite getting it together at the back of the moment, Rangers.
This is Petric. Not committing himself. It's Bukur. Gilka. Home fans starting to make a bit of noise. And they'll be certainly enjoying the amount of possession the team have had in this first half. And we're midway through that first half, in actual fact. This is Ilya. Closed down by McLaren. And it's Steyer's ball. Vladayuk, and he wins the free kick. Vladayuk, the number 9, has a bit of a problem with his temperament. He was sent off in the World Cup last year against Switzerland, then promptly sent home and suspended. But he served his time and he's back in the national team. Here he is again. Nice little touch by him. And it's Militaru who goes down, and the shot goes in there from Gilka. And it's a goal kick. Well, I think Steaua, just before that ball was struck, were looking for a free kick.
Just controlling the edge of the area here. Goes over for the free kick there, but this is a good snapshot. Had it been on target, I think Rangers would have blocked it, but The Romanians are a bit sharp. They get balls to feet in the box. They're very sharp, take quick free kicks. Very busy little team, and Rangers just got to keep their concentration factor going. Richard Goff's doing well at the heart of the defence. If he can keep his other two central defenders with him and his fullbacks tight and see out this spell, then they've got a chance of getting some possession. They've had scant possession so far.
Challenge going in from Paul Gascoigne, and he's being pulled over by the referee. Rather wild lunge by the Rangers midfielder, and that's the yellow card for him. And of course, it puts him under pressure for the rest of this match, but also these things mount up very quickly. 2 yellow cards and European ties, and you're suspended. You come flying in there, and that's the kind of challenge he's got to cut out of his game.
I think that's a sign of the frustration of the Rangers team. They haven't been able to get hold of the ball, and they've had to defend well.
And just before that, Andy Gorham was warned what the referee interpreted was time wasting, and certainly Gorham doesn't want to pick up a booking, being so important to Rangers. That's the reason Lakatouche is missing tonight. You get a second yellow card for time wasting, and that's a costly way to go out. So just over 25 minutes gone here. Still no scoring. This is Militaru. Plays it short to Radican. Durant doing well, but again Steaua push it forward. It's Bukur now getting away from Charlie Miller initially. In comes Goff. Again Steaua have it. Again it's good play by Militaru. Cross comes Gascoigne, and that's out for, in fact it's Rangers ball. The referee waving play on there. And now it's Laudrup. Again, players all around him, but he turns well. Through now for Cleland. McCoist in the middle. But again, it all breaks down for Rangers. And this is Radican. Leaves it to Militaru. It's Gilka. Militaru again, Gilka, and again the referee, the waves play on. Gilka's on the ground, and Gascoigne is also hurt. Both players getting back to their feet as play goes on. This is Stephen Wright. Durant plays it through. It's picked up now by Miller, and the offside flag is up as McCoist goes forward. Gascoigne still limping a little bit after hurting himself, but seems to be okay. It's McCoist playing it through, but again it's a slack one, and again Steaua take up possession. This is Gilka. To Vladayu.
I think had he been playing cricket, he would have been bowled middle stump there, a bit of a bobble off the pitch, but they're very sharp to anything, very quick to anything in the middle of the park. Charlie Miller, Gazza and Ian Durant really haven't had any time to settle on the ball, and when Alan McCoist laid the ball back there was 2 or 3 men around him straight away to nick the ball back and retain possession. So Rangers can't get possession first and foremost, and they can't keep it as well. But I think that's really down to the good play by Steaua Bucharest.
This is Durant, but challenged immediately there by Dobosh. Gascoigne trying to get through now, but again you can just see how quickly the defenders and the midfielders are closing Rangers down. And now the break's on for Radican. Trying to get through there to Vladayu. But Rangers get it away. This is Cheek. Gilka. Leaving it now to Dobosh. Ilya. Come out by McLaren. Now it's Gascoigne. It's played by Cleland, but again it's a slack one. Rangers continually giving the ball away, which will not be pleasing the management team. It's Gilka trying the shot. And took a deflection. But again, Andy Gorham looked quite comfortable. Well, Gilka is a player who likes to get forward, links well. This is Durant now, across to right. Durant again, McCoist in the middle. Well, the goalkeeper and the defender getting in one another's way. Well, that's certainly a hopeful sign for Rangers. A complete misunderstanding there between the goalkeeper and his defender. It's McCoist. So losing out, this is Cheek. Dobosh. So we're now on the half-hour mark, and there's still no scoring here. As Gilka picks up the play for Steaua. This is Dobosh. Challenged by Laudrup. Well, certainly one of two signs that this defence is capable of making mistakes. And if Rangers can just get forward and apply a bit more pressure, who knows? And Charlie Miller now springs to the edge of the area, but it's Gilka who's dropped deep. Headed down by Petric, and a good header too to Cleland. It's picked up by Durant. This is more promising by Rangers. Now it's Laudrup. Militaru goes in there initially, and then the cross comes Cheek, and that's Rangers' ball.
Yeah, this is Rangers' best spell of the game. A long ball into the box. Anybody who saw the Monaco Leeds game last night can testify that the goalkeeper and defender got in the way, and Rangers, Charlie Miller especially, just unlucky. The ball didn't drop for him as it fell for Tony Yeboah last night, but good play by Rangers.
This is Stephen Wright. It's away by Cheek. Returned by Miller. Stephen Wright gets a touch. It's cleared by Pirvu. And Bukur on to Raducan. This is Vladoyuk. Again, good play by Steaua. Excellent play there. And Rangers scrambling away. Richard Goff coming across. But this man has been a thorn in the Rangers side from the start, Ilya. It's played clear by McLaren. Now it's Laudrup. Gascoigne starts to run through the middle. But the pass goes astray. And Gascoigne is just out of shot at the moment. Not a happy man.
It was a good run by Gascoigne, and just for once, Brian Laudrup not quite getting the pass to his feet and to right on the target. So if they can just keep or can get some passing going through the middle of the defence, this is a pretty square, static defence, and there's obviously not a good understanding between the goalkeeper and his back four.
Cleland moves in smartly. Dobosh made the challenge on him. This is Gilka. Again, taking the opportunity to spring forward. It's Militaru. Stepping away from McLaren. Good play by Militaru. Then the header bringing from Ilya. That's a fine save by Andy Gorham. But again, Steaua showing just how dangerous they can be. A quick break-up field starting with Gilka.
Yes, they're in the hole that Alec Cleland's just vacated. A good ball across, good diving header, but a comfortable save for Andy Gorham. But here he goes past Alan McLaren, which is a good ball back first time, good header on target. Andy Gorham, comfortable save.
It's Rangers at the other end. It's Charlie Miller. Pirvu sticks to the task, gets it away only as far as Petric. This is Wright. And he's taken out of the play. And both players on the ground and will require some treatment. Well, just little signs that the Rangers are settling. But again, we'll have to watch the counter-attack As we saw just a moment ago, Gilka getting forward.
They do seem a bit more switched on, Bucharest. A little bit more concentration level, just a little bit high, or higher at the right times.
It's played by Laudrup. This is Durant, but again, Steaua get it away, this time through Raducan, back helping in defence. This is McLaren, looking for McCoist. But, there's no one there in support.
Yeah, he needs a better ball up to him, up to his feet, but as soon as the ball does go through the air to Alan McCoist, the defenders are straight onto him, because there's two defenders just marking the Solitude Rangers striker, Alan McCoist. But you know, he needs the ball into feet, he needs the ball to be able to control and hold it up to get Rangers out.
Well, it's a shocker by Cheek, and it's picked up by Laudrup. Nice little turn by him. He tried to pick out Gascoigne, but Steaua have it again. Petric is beaten this time. Well, it certainly is a shoot on sight policy. And Ilya again.
Here he comes inside, he just luckily puts the ball over the bar, but Rangers guilty then of trying to be over elaborate. Brian Laudrup trying to be over elaborate, but they're trying to push men forward in an effort to try and get beyond Brian Laudrup, to try and help Ali McCoist up there, and to obviously get on the end of one of the passes, but everybody went charging forward and were very vulnerable at the back.
Well, Laudrup took a knock just a moment or so ago, but he seems to be okay again. As Steaua start to build one more time. This is Vladayu being shadowed all the way by Goff. Again, he shows great persistence. This is Purview. Well, they're certainly not afraid to have a go, but that one well wide of target.
They're pretty tricky customers. I mean, if they sometimes shape as though they're going to shoot, then pass, and sometimes as though they're going to pass and then shoot, but they must have been told to have a shoot on sight policy, because any time they see those white sticks and see Andy Gorham the goal, they're trying to beat him. So he's got to be on his toes, Andy Gorham. Obviously, defenders have got to be on their toes. If any rebounds do come off Andy Gorham, they're there first to pick up the pieces.
Well, this team enjoyed so much possession against Rangers in the pre-season tournament, despite losing goals, and they're certainly enjoying a lot of possession again. And Rangers, again, not convincing and getting the ball clear. This is Militaru. Comes off Cleland, Vladayu's in there, and that's good defending by Alan McLaren, and the header taking the pressure away from his goalkeeper. Again, McCoist gets a touch with his head, but there's no one up there really in support. As Terry said, they've got to get it into his feet. So just under 8 minutes of the first half left here in Bucharest. Still no scoring. This is Petric. Again, it's not a good pass, easily taken away there by Militaru. This is Prodan, a player that Archie Knox described as a young Richard Goff when he was out here watching him about 10 days ago. Here's Gascoigne. It's played on to the right foot for Andy Gorham, who clears comfortably. It's Gilka. Militaru. Bukur. This is Vladayu. Bukur's well forward. That was Charlie Miller getting in the way. Now it's Durant. But again, possession is returned to Steaua. This is Ilya. And it's Stephen Wright who clears. And a slack one there by Dobosh. Gives the throw in to Rangers.
A chance for Rangers to have a breather as well, because they've had to defend well. They're making good runs, the Bucharest players, in behind the Rangers three, in between them as well. And sometimes the passes are getting there, sometimes they're not. But they're causing Rangers a lot of problems. Rangers can't get out at the moment, and they're just content to whack the ball up the field and hopefully force the Bucharest defenders into giving bad possession away. So it's a bit tidy, it's a bit scrappy from both sides. The only thing is now Rangers, with a free kick in this situation, can get Richard Goff forward, can get defenders forward, and I hope to get on the end of things.
So it's McCoy who starts a run. Cleland comes in, but the ball going beyond everyone. And out for the throw to Steaua. This is Radican, but loses out to Gascoigne. And it's Rangers who get the free kick. I think Gascoigne has got his breath back again after that run he made some time ago. Laudrup just failed to pick him out with a pass. But Gascoigne not stamping any authority in this game. So we're inside the final 5 minutes of the first half. This is Goff, the Rangers captain. Gascoigne. And Rangers get the throw midway inside the Steaua half. It's Petric. Gascoigne. Still it's Gascoigne. Good play by him here. Well, that was more like it, Tom, but the break's on. Rangers will have players back. Good through for Vladayu. McLaren goes with him. It's away by Stephen Wright. And McLaren leaves it for Gorham.
It was very nearly on then for Paul Gascoigne to go through, but you notice that this lucky ricochets and everything else that have fallen to the Bucharest players. It happened once more. Gaza shot, the ball bounced out, and Ilie, who is quite deep and coming off the three central defenders, picked the ball up and then was once more right at the Rangers rear guard. But Rangers really will be content to go into half-time goalless. They'll be content not to have conceded anything, but the Bucharest team have had one or two decent half chances.
That's Gascoigne intercepting. Now it's Laudrup. Again, McCoy's the lone figure in the middle. Still it's Laudrup. Charlie Miller goes on a good run now. This is Miller. There he goes down on the edge of the area. Well, the Rangers players claiming that he was inside the box. The referee awards the free kick right on the line. Well, just 3 minutes to go until half-time. Well, certainly Charlie Miller was inside the box when he tumbled. So a bit of pushing and shoving going on. It was a good ball played through by Laudrup. He did well there. The challenge was made, though, just outside the area. This is a real chance for Rangers now, and what a time it would be to strike. They hit Steaua with a goal just on the interval in the pre-season friendly. And the goal now could knock the stuffing out of the Romanians after the effort they put into the first half, the amount of possession they've had. And with players like Gascoigne around, Petric is there as well, who can also strike them. So the two new Rangers players there, it's Gascoigne and Petric. There are 2 minutes left to half-time. Did this for the breakthrough. It's Gascoigne. And the goalkeeper positioned himself well.
We've seen Rowan Kubin just put it over the wall to the other side. I think, but Gaza probably thought the goalkeeper might try and read it and move across his area. It was well struck, but the goalkeeper stood his ground and was able to take the catch comfortably. A good chance. Gaza would, I would say, 9 times out of 10 have put them away, but wasn't to be in that occasion.
So again, it's Steaua with the patient build-up. This is Militaru. We're inside the final minute of the first half. This is Pirvu. It's away by Goff. It's played across now to Cheek. The linesman's flagging. And the referee's going over for a word, and he's awarding the free kick to Steaua. Radican challenged there by Cleland. So this is certainly not a time that Rangers will want to lose one, having survived to this stage in the closing seconds of the first half. And Gorham had to move smartly. Well, to Smith there. Not looking exactly happy, but if Rangers can get into the dressing room at half-time at 0-0, that might just cheer him up. We're now moving into injury time. Well, Gorham again was struggling a bit there, but it was Petric who came across and gets a pat in the head there from his goalkeeper. Rangers lost a goal so close to half-time against Athens in the first leg last year, having survived so long. Still they face the pressure here. It's Vladayu with the corner kick, the in-swinger. Gorham's in trouble again, and the ball goes behind. Well, Gorham's claiming that he was impeded, but the referee's awarded a goal kick. But that's 3 times in the last minute that Andy Gorham was struggling a bit. Initially, he failed to hold the ball, and Petric had to come across and clear, and he was really in all kinds of trouble there. So that's a minute of stoppage time played, and Rangers have survived. It's headed on by Gascoigne. It's returned by Prodan. And Ilya did well to keep that ball in play, but Rangers have it now through McCoy, who's quickly closed down. And he gets a free kick. It's played short by Stephen Wright. Now it's Gascoigne. Good running again by Charlie Miller. Ilka's with him. McCoy's in there, the goalkeeper's in trouble again. And Rangers have the corner now. Well, they're defending at either end, leaving a bit to be desired. So we're well into stoppage time in this first half. And there's a chance here for Rangers. Richard Goff has moved forward to the edge of the area. It's played in towards the near post up. And there goes the half-time whistle. Well, Rangers really struggling to get a lot of possession in that first half, but Walter Smith will not be unhappy with the scoreline.
Well, I think that he'll say to his team at half-time, well, you haven't really played yet. It's a system that they're still working on, they're still getting to grips with. I think once they get to grips with the midfield of Steaua Bucharest, who are very close and coming in, they're bunching it very tight in the middle of the park. So any time Rangers players release themselves in midfield, they're getting caught out when Steaua Bucharest win back possession. But once they get that sorted out, once they can get a bit of passing going, once Laudrup can get on the ball a little bit more, I just see him get more possession, they've got a chance, because the Bucharest team do look vulnerable at the back. The goalkeeper looks a bit dodgy as well. Any high balls into the box, better balls into the box, better quality from free kicks. They've got a chance in the second half. They haven't played in the first half, so hopefully second half they've got a chance of coming out there and doing something.
The half-time score here in Romania is Bucharest 0, Rangers 0.
Yes, after testing first 45 minutes for Rangers, we'll take a short break. Join Trevor, Alex and myself in a couple of minutes from now for some half-time analysis. And welcome back. It's Steaua 0, Rangers 0 over in Bucharest. Trevor, what do you make of it?
Relatively happy. I think we would have been happy before the game to say at half-time it's 0-0, but a little bit disappointed in the way that we've played. We haven't really had possession and put them under the pressure that they've put us under. So it's a little bit disappointing in that respect.
No Lakatush for the Romanians tonight, Alex, so they stuck in this kid Raducan, and he looks lively, doesn't he? He had a chance.
Yeah, he's played very well. But I think it's, as Trevor says, Rangers really haven't kept possession. Well, there's the shot there. In fact, they've shot in sight, really. if a wee bit desperate at times, a wee bit frustrated at times, but
We've sort of limited them to those sort of opportunities mainly. Once or twice they've got round the back of us, but it's mainly been shots from 30, 35 yards, which you expect Andy Gorham to stop anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not been too threatening.
As Alec rightly says, though, they do have a shooting sight policy. This guy Gilka shoots all the time, doesn't he? Left-footed
That's
character.
right, as Alex said, it's every opportunity, and obviously they'll be hoping that one of them flies into the box, but we've got to maintain that, keep it nice and tight at the back, as we have been doing. We've got a lot of numbers behind the ball. No deflection on that, but again, it was comfortable for Andy, so...
Rangers have defended well. They've sat on the edge of the box for most of the game when Steaua have come forward. But they've defended very well in there, and there's not a lot of space for the Steaua Bucharest players to get behind Rangers. But in saying that, I'd like to see Rangers keeping a wee bit more possession, taking the heat off the front guys. Too many long balls to the likes of McCoy, and they're getting dispossessed far too easily.
They do have a real danger man, Steaua, in this Adrian Ilya. He's in everything, isn't he?
He is. He's picking the ball up outside the box, and he's actually getting on the end of things inside the box as well. And this incident was quite serious for us. Got around the back of Alan McLaren then, pulled it back. The young lad there had pulled himself back nicely. Richard Goff did well to make the ball go into that area.
Yeah, the two of you remarked on that at the time, that Goff was in a good position.
Kept the forward away from goal.
Was right, but Alan McLaren being dragged out, it's meant that Goff and Petric have got a wee bit spread, more so than they would have liked. They've kept together fairly well in the first half, but at that time they got a wee bit spread.
That was one of the few incidents when they've actually sort of got behind us, you know. So.
But it is worrying the amount of possession that Steaua have had.
Yeah, exactly.
It's worrying for Rangers, but I don't think they should get over worried about it. If Steaua have got it deep in their own half or in the middle of Rangers' half, then they shouldn't get too worried about it.
Yeah.
And I think what Rangers have also got to do is keep possession, even to the extent of not going anywhere at times.
Yeah.
It will take the heat off them. It will take certainly the heat off the defence.
OK then, lads, OK, great. Well, time for another short break. Join us again in a couple of minutes for all the second half action live from Bucharest. Welcome back. It's 0-0 in Bucharest. It could have been 1-0 Rangers, Trevor. This goalkeeper of Steaua looks a bit dodgy, doesn't he?
We're just saying that. He's had 3 contributions really to the first half, and 2 of those were mix-ups with his defenders, which means we've got to get a bit of pressure on him. And we've seen at the end of the half there, get the corners in on him as well. There you go. He's had 2 incidents really very similar there, and a lack of communication between himself and the defenders. And that could have ended up at Ali McCoy's feet, knowing Ali.
Yeah, of course.
But it didn't on this occasion.
Gascoigne began to come to life a bit more, Alec. That was encouraging, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's absolute best when he's picking the ball up deep in the midfield, as we see here, and going around defenders at pace. Unfortunately, the shot rebounds and Steaua break away again, and that's what they have to be aware of. When Gascoigne's getting forward, I think Rangers have to keep a sitter behind him, one of the midfield guys. Because
that could have been tricky there, what we just saw. They could have broken and done damage.
Rangers have essentially got 3 passers in there in the midfield, and there's not a natural sitter amongst them. And these guys they're all used to getting forward at every opportunity. And when Gascoigne's getting forward there, you see Ian Durant up in support of him, and Charlie Miller on the other side of him, with nobody there if it breaks out.
What can we do about his temperament, though, Trevor? I mean, again, booked tonight for just a crazy lunge, really.
Oh, it was a rash challenge again, and his reaction afterwards, I think, as much got him booked as the incident itself. It was pretty wild. I don't know if at that point he was going to get booked, but he throws his arms up in the air, and I think that attracts the wrong sort of
I think you're absolutely right, Trevor. If he'd perhaps gone over and picked the guy up, maybe clapped him on the head and conned the referee a wee bit, if you like.
Cool the thing down, Alec.
Take the heat out of it. The ref may have kept his card in his pocket.
Rangers had a free kick in a very interesting position, and again Gascoigne in the thick of it.
That's
right. But unfortunately, the goalkeeper's in the right position.
Yeah, I predicted that he was going to put it into that corner, but he didn't quite get enough bend on it.
I fancied the other corner, but you were spot on, Trevor.
I was, wasn't I? But he just didn't get it wide enough. He obviously wanted to start that outside the far post and curl it in. But the goalkeeper actually seemed to be a bit unsighted there, so again there's a little bit of grey area between himself and the defence. So.
Yeah. 7 in the wall, he's got 7 players in the wall. There's no way you can possibly see that.
Yeah, and the wall's moving towards him all the time.
Yeah.
Briefly, Alec, will the situation stay the same, do you think, the second half?
Well, I think up to now, we're saying it's quite boring, and surely that's got to be good news for Rangers.
Yeah. OK, well, let's see what happens now in the second 45 minutes. Let's go back to Bucharest and rejoin commentator Jerry McNee.
So we're still awaiting the arrival of the teams, although Paul Gascoigne has been back out in the field for several minutes. And you can see the statistics from the first half. And they tell you that Steaua enjoyed most of it. Well, tonight is the third time these clubs have met in European competition. Rangers won the first encounters way back in 69-70 in the Cup Winners' Cup, but then lost in season 87-88 to Steaua in the Champions Cup itself. So the players starting to drift onto the field. Most of the Rangers players are back out. And Terry Butcher, what would you imagine Walter Smith is thinking at the moment?
Well, I think he'd be quite relieved that Steaua, with all their possession, 60% possession, haven't created too many clear-cut chances. They've had a couple of half chances, a lot of long shots really aimed at straight at Andy Gorham, who's dealt with them very, very well. They forced a lot of corners, but Rangers, with their great aerial strength, have dealt with them very well as well. It's at the other end he'll be concerned, and they haven't got the passing game going. They haven't really strung any passes together. Brian Laudrup hasn't got in the game at all, so he really would just be saying to his players, look, you haven't done well, you haven't really got started in this game yet. Let's get the ball down, let's win the ball back early, get the ball down, get it to the ball players in midfield especially, get it together, get Charlie Miller forward, see if we can get Ian Durant forward, but not all at once, and just give some support to Ali McCoist. But I think he'd just be not too unhappy that things are going a little bit boringly, as Alec McLeish quite rightly says. It's no score at the moment. Rangers can only get better.
So I just wonder if Ali McCoist will remain in the field for all of the second half. Must be the temptation to push on Gordon Jury, but I think it was a brave decision by Walter Smith to start with Ali. Certainly he's been scoring goals again, and but the old legs might be letting him down a bit. But again, if the midfielders can just get that ball into his feet, it might help. So here we go for the second half. And Filipescu has come on for Steaua, as we saw from the caption just a moment or two ago. Julian Filipescu, who can operate either in defence or midfield, and certainly he's taken up station not far from Charlie Miller. So it's Gielka playing it through. And here's the substitute, Filipescu. In steps Petric for Rangers, through now for Laudrup. And again, he's well challenged, but Rangers have the throw. It's Gascoigne who plays it through. McCoist. This is Charlie Miller. Now it's Durant. Laudrup. Crellin goes in support. But he's asking a lot of himself there. And that decision goes Steyer's way. Well, Rangers playing their 165th European tie tonight. Steaua their 107th. Rangers are looking for their 80th victory overall. How Ali McCoist would love to get a goal here. He's still to score in the Champions League. He holds jointly with Ralph Brand Rangers' European record with 12 goals. So it was Gascoigne making a challenge, and Steaua have the corner kick. Prodan, the tall centre-back, moves forward. It's played shot, though, to Filipescu. And it's a wasted opportunity. Cleared there by Gascoigne. Now it's Laudrup. Laudrup popping up on either flank, trying to find some space for himself. But so far he's found that impossible.
to be fair to Brian Laudrup, every time he does pick the ball up, there's two Steaua Bucharest players on him straight away. So even if he does beat them, you know, it sort of delays it a little bit time for the other Bucharest players to get back. So they've done their homework well. So every time he does get the ball, he's very tightly marked.
Yeah, I think watching tapes of the Athens games from last season would teach them that, because they dealt very effectively with them as well. This is Durant. Laudrup. Again, they're all around him. And Durant just fails to hold on to that one. And that's Dobos. And McLaren whacks the ball high into the crowd for the throw-in to Steaua Bucharest. Who had such a good first half. Vladayu trying to find an opening here. It cannons off Petric. And right across goal by Pirvu.
Perhaps the Steaua Bucharest team have been sponsored for the number of shots they have in a game. Perhaps they got a bag of salt or something for every time they have a shot on target. But yeah, every time the ball comes to anybody outside the box, they're willing to have a pop.
Well, first half they had 4 shots on target and 7 wide.
There's probably 11 bags of salt going somewhere.
Still, Rangers are finding it difficult to get possession and keep it. This is Cheek. Cutting inside onto the left foot, and that was well charged down by McLaren. Rangers gave the right full-back a bit of space there, but ultimately McLaren came across to block the effort. But now Steaua have the corner kick. And both the centre-backs move into the Rangers area. Filipescu's on the far side. Gorham's in trouble again here. Well, Gorham's looking out and complaining towards the referee. Certainly there's a lot of height on this side when it comes to the set pieces. The two centre-backs moving forward. Filipescu is a tall player as well, but Andy Gorham again in all kinds of trouble. This is Filipescu. It's still yet. Being carefully watched by Petric. Kois goes down, and the referee immediately awards a free kick to Rangers. And challenge being made there by Daniel Prodan. This is Gascoigne, laid off by Laudrup. Gascoigne again. He's got an awful lot to do here, though. That's Filipescu. Petrus is with him. And the referee rightly awards the goal kick. He immediately signalled over to the tall Steaua substitute that he was getting nothing out of that. Dimitriou, the coach, not looking too happy.
I think the second half started off in the same way that the first half finished. Rangers can't get out of their own half at the moment, and when they do, get possession inside the Steaua half, they give the ball away far too easily. I think they should try and make some passes, try and get some possession going.
Well, Goff and McLaren let that one slip away from him there, and Vladayu was the man who pounced, and now he's been fouled. And Cleland being spoken to by the referee, and he was spoken to in the first half, and that would indicate a final warning. Another testing moment coming up for Andy Gorham, who hasn't looked too happy as the cross balls have come in tonight, but that's a magnificent stop by the Rangers keeper. He must have seen that one very late indeed. Vladayu was right in front of him as the ball was played in.
This is a magnificent free kick, just right on the blob there. Anybody gets the touch, but Andy Gorham must have put some glue on his gloves at half-time, because that ball stuck very firm. Here you see it again, comes in right on the button there. Good save, right down at his feet. Good save by Andy Gorham. That'll give him a lot of confidence, but Rangers can't afford to give free kicks away in those areas.
You saw the desperation of Rangers here. Ali McCoy's back in his own 6-yard area, trying to get in front of Vladiuk, and the pair of them almost unsighting Andy Gorham. Well, Rangers trying to get things going again. It's McCoy's playing it through. This is Laudrup. Good play by Laudrup, but Filipescu sticks to the task. It's McCoist. That ball's taking a slight deflection, but the keeper has it safely.
I think Rangers are very eager to get forward once they do get possession around the box. But if they just keep the ball, keep the passing, try and get the ball changed from flank to flank if they can, and try and stretch this Steaua team, they might have a chance.
It's played through, looking at Vladiuk. And McLaren lets it run behind for the goal kick.
They're just a bit eager. Do you not feel that they're just a little bit eager, Rangers, when they get possession? They're eager to make that killer ball. They're eager to try and beat one or two people, when just retaining possession is enough, just to try and relieve the back three, relieve the back five, relieve Andy Gorham, just to try and get out of their half a little bit, try and make some passes, try and open up the defence, try and get the ball through to Brian Laudrup. But, you know, they just try and go past one or two people too many and lose possession too easily.
Well, I said earlier, Terry, that you know, the manager, Walter Smith, has really gone for it tonight. He's put out his attacking players like Miller, Durant and McCoist. He's gone for them all, but you do see the effects of the loss of Stuart McCall, who can really dig in that midfield area. And Paul Gascoigne is really disappointed again in the main tonight. This is Goff now having to mop up, and it's McLaren in alongside him. And Vladiuk gets a touch there, and it's Rangers' ball. This is Raducan. He takes the return pass. Still it's Raducan. That's a fine effort. Well, he linked well there with Ilya, and got in the shot for the young player who's come in tonight in the absence of Lakatush, giving some real problems to Rangers there. And Andy Gorham happy to see that one dip over.
There's another bag of salt going his way, but you know, any little balls that they do like the little give and goes, coming from the wide positions, giving into their strikers and going and trying to play a bit of a delayed one too, but they're having a lot of success. Once they get past that Rangers midfield, they're straight into the Rangers back three.
It's Goff's header, and he was fouled. So Vladiuk pleads his innocence, and Ilya's in there as well. But Goff was certainly nudged as he climbed to clear that ball. Players are really tempting fate when they start arguing with referees at this level.
Especially a referee who's a tax inspector, anyway.
So it's Petric who plays it through, looking for McCoist. It's Charlie Miller. This is Laudrup. And Vladiuk, the number 9, back there again, digging in. He's all over the field. This is Durant. Again, he's quickly closed down. It's in a decent cross, though. This is Goff. Gascoigne's touch lets him down. And again, Rangers have lost possession. This is Ilya, closed down by Petric. But he's got away from the Rangers defenders, and it's Goff who provides the cover.
I think the back three have done very well tonight. Richard Goff in particular has had a very good game. They've had to deal with a lot of pressure, a lot of 1-2s, a lot of give and goes, and a lot of long shots as well. But they've dealt very well. It's just the men in front of them, in the midfield section especially, just try and get together. I think Alex said in the first half they want somebody just to sit back in front of those three to try and tidy things up. But then again, Rangers are trying to seek and trying to get possession from somewhere in the park. So it's a bit of a catch-22 situation.
So there's still no scoring here in Bucharest. Again, Ollie McCoist gets a touch, but it's to no avail. There's no one up there with him. And perhaps Walter Smith starting to think about Gordon Jury to carry that lone role in the latter stages of the game. We tend to forget that McCoist has played so few matches over the last couple of years. That'll be taking an awful lot out of him. This is Durant. Through for McCoist. And again, the Romanians are there in numbers and pick it up comfortably. Slid off by Vladimir. Through now for Ilya. Nice change by him. And behind it goes for the goal kick. But every time he gets the ball just outside the area, there's a potential problem, but he certainly has a problem now. But just a nice little change of direction from him. But the shot wide, and he's hurt himself.
Nothing trivial, we hope, but I think Alan McLaren had the shot covered anyway, so had it been on target, Alan McLaren would have blocked it, as the Rangers back three have had to block quite a few shots from outside the box. But clever play once again by Steaua Bucharest. You can see that they're very comfortable in possession, a lot of give and goes, a very good understanding, whereas Rangers haven't quite got the understanding with their system yet. A chance to get a breather now, try and get their wits back and senses back, and trying to get a bit of coordination, a bit of communication between each other in an effort to try and get some possession. I just feel with Rangers there's one chance they need, one chance Ali McCoist needs, especially in the box, and that could be in the back of the net. Hopefully, anyway.
But you do get the feeling that Rangers' chance will come from a set piece. This is Petric. Well, some activity below us, and Steaua are going to make another substitution, but still play goes on. This is Gascoigne trying to find an opening, and Durant's shot is high over the target. So on comes Rosu. And of course Ilya has been stretchered off. So it's certainly a blow for Steaua, who is certainly one of the better players. This is an under-21 front player, just 19 years of age, and won a championship medal last season. So he takes up a position up front.
The Rangers will be pretty relieved to see Ilya go off, because he's been a thorn in their side for shooting and with his positive running as well, so they'll be quite pleased to see the back of him.
Well, certainly he's managed to get off the stretcher now, but it's all over for him this evening. And it's Petric now for Rangers. The offside flag has gone up. Of course, there's 3 points available for a win in the Champions League now. But if Rangers go home with a single point, they might not be too unhappy. And of course, the next game is at home against Borussia Dortmund 2 weeks tonight. So again, Petric plays it through, but asking an awful lot of Ali McCoist. This is Prodan. Played through by Cheek, cut out by Gascoigne. This is Durant. Good turn by him. And Vladimir there. He just runs and runs all night, and tremendous work rate. And he's won the ball back for Steaua again. Here he is. But, that one given away to Petric. Charlie Miller knocking that one just too far ahead of him.
Yeah, we had Charlie Miller there and Andy Durant both making wrong decisions on the ball. Just a sign of Rangers' frustration that they really haven't had much possession, and when they do get possession, they're just making some wrong decisions on the ball. So, you know, if they can get a bit more, get a hold of the ball a bit more, not show them too much frustration if they can, because they've still got a lot of this game to play. Hopefully, a lot more balls to receive. If they can get hold of the ball, not show their frustration too much, they've got a chance of being A, disciplined, and B, getting hold of the ball.
So there's still no scoring here in Bucharest. And it's Steaua coming forward through Filipescu. This is Gilka. Militaru. It's cut out by McLaren. It's Gilka. And he spots Pervu in the forward position, number 3 there. Into Vladiu, and Goff has to concede the corner kick. This little man's in a hurry again to get on with things. He hasn't given the defence a moment's peace all evening. And Gascoigne taking the ball down inside his own penalty area, and eventually he has to concede the throw-in. This is Pierrevaux. Gilka. Charlie Miller goes down heavily, but he's back on his feet, and it's Laudrup trying to break here now, but again, they've got players around him. This is Wright. And forced into the pass back. It's Durant. Gascoigne. Andy Gorham was certainly under pressure there. Vladiu again, and was running in towards goal. And Goff had certainly put the goalkeeper under pressure with the pass back. This is McCoist. Durant. Well, he just mishit that when he was trying to send it out to the left. Alec Cleland, who had made a good run. So that's 65 minutes gone, still no scoring. I see Gordon Jury warming up just below us as play goes on. This is Raducan. Vladiu again, twisting and turning and taking a bit of a dive there. And the ball goes behind for the corner kick. I think the referee will speak to the player. He is, in fact, having a word with him. And again, if he thinks he took a dive there, and it certainly looked that way to me, he should yellow card him. Thankfully, that's not the scoreline. And the ball goes behind for the goal kick. Well, still Gordon Jury is warming up. Below.
It's pretty turgid stuff at the moment. Steaua Bucharest. I mean, the pace of the game's gone quite dramatically, quite flat now. But Rangers won't be too unhappy with that. If they are going to put on a sub, it'll probably be a straight swap. Gordon Jury for Ali McCoy. So he really hasn't had much service at all up front. No real chances for Ali. But we'll just have to wait and see. If he's coming on, perhaps there might just be a G-up for the rest of the team that what was thinking about making a substitution.
I suppose the opening game is a pressure one, and especially for the home side, they want to make an early impression. Here's Vladiu. This is Filipescu. It's Durant who's back defending. That ball's out of play for the corner. But, you remember Rangers starting their campaign 3 years ago against Marseille at Ibrox. It was a hugely nervy night for them. They were massively outplayed, although they did manage to fight back for a draw. But, a few nerves showing tonight, no doubt about that. So Prodan has moved forward. He gets a touch, out comes Gorham, punches it clear. And a complete miscue there. And, well, one of the Rangers players is on the deck inside his own penalty area, and as Ali McCoist breaks forward. Again, he's very much on his own. So Alec Cleland is inside the Steaua penalty area, flat out. I don't think the referee has spotted what's happening, and Richard Goff's running over to tell the referee. Well, they get on fairly quick with the stretcher these days, but the Rangers player is obviously in some trouble, and the stretcher bearers have to wait until they get the signal from the fourth official, and they've now been sent on.
We did see a nasty collision last night with former Rangers player Basil Bowley, and ambulances and everything else were called for, and that was a really sickening collision. This time the ball came into the area, and quite a few players went up, and any sort of head wound, any sort of head injury is obviously dealt with the right way, and hopefully there'll be nothing wrong with Alec.
So Archie Knox giving instructions to Gordon Petric and sort things out at the back. Well, as play goes on, I can see Cleland getting back to his feet, but he's needing some treatment, so it's McLaren now. All the way back to his keeper. Again, McCoy gets his head to the ball, but there's no one there with him. So Cleland is coming back on, just out of frame. And he seems to have recovered from that head knock. This is Cheek, Militaru. It's played through by Gilka. Again, Goffson there for Rangers. This is Filipescu. So we buy Charlie Miller. Upfield by Prodan. Carefully watched there by Petric. A touch by Wright. Charlie Miller, but again he was shot as he tried to find Gascoigne, and Gilka intercepted that one. He's hurt himself in the process, but here's Militaru. Floriu's in there as well. It's Miller for Rangers. Durant. This is Gilka. And that ball goes Steyer's way. It's still 0-0 here. That's good play though. And easily picked up in the end by Gorham. Militaru it was who got in the effort, and good cross by Raducan. Meanwhile, the referee spotted an infringement and awarded a free kick, but the ball going right across the face of Gorham's goal. Militaru with the first-time effort.
We just talked about, quite a while ago, it seems like hours ago, we talked about players slipping on this greasy surface, and Alec Cullen slipped at the wrong time there, allowing that shot to go in, but thankfully it was only a soft one straight at Andy Gorham.
It's a shot going in from Prodan, but very ambitious indeed.
Perhaps that's a sign of the frustration that the Steaua Bucharest players must be thinking as well. So we're now seeing Gordon Jury come on. This time it's for Charlie Miller.
Well, Gordon Jury bought for £1 million. Of course, he'd spells down at Chelsea and Spurs. And before that at East Fife and Hibernian. So he replaces Charlie Miller. And it was Gordon Jury's goal, of course, against the Northuses in the qualifying tie. That pushed Rangers into the Champions League, a £5 million goal, so he's certainly more than paid his weight. So it certainly gives Rangers a bit of added firepower, and McCoy has some much needed help, and with Jury's running power it might just open up some gaps now for Laudrup to exploit. Rangers have the free kick, and Richard Goff has come forward. Well, apart from that award that is shown there for Laudrup, he's also picked up 60 caps for Denmark, and in the process scored 10 goals for his country. Well, Rangers are doing better in terms of free kicks than they are corner kicks. Goff's up there again, making a run on the far side of the area. It's flighted in that direction, but again it's well away from him. And the goalkeeper takes it comfortably, and now the counter-attack's on for Steaua. Badayu runs through the middle, but it's played wide right. And behind for the goal kick.
That was disappointing because Brian Laudrup's pass, and Richard Goff made a long sweeping run on the outside of the defenders on that free kick, and he flighted the ball into the far post. I think the keeper was thinking about coming straight away, but I'd fancy Richard Goff with his timing and with his spring to head it over the goalkeeper, but a wasted chance for Rangers. And really you can only see that at set ball, at dead ball situations, at set pieces of Rangers having any joy at the moment.
And a few times players have made good runs and get into position. The final pass hasn't quite been there. This is Prodan. Well, Gordon Jury has certainly dropped a bit deeper at the moment, and he's picked up Raducan, who has been finding a bit of space and has got in a couple of decent shots and crosses. Here comes Steaua again. It's Perveux playing it through. Badayu trying to turn, but McLaren's there. Just gets the ball away from the danger area. This is Cheek. Possession now. The manager there again is looking just a touch frustrated, looking at the watch. His team have had a lot of shots, most of them off target, but nothing to show. That's surely handball, but the referee says no. Play on. Here's the substitute pushing the ball through, but again Goff was there to cut that one out from Rosso. It's Laudrup having to drop deep. It's better play by him. Jury starts a run from the midfield. Ali McCoy's there as well. Again it's Steaua coming forward. This is Vladayu. That's McCoist. Filipescu tries to get forward, and that's a high boot by Stephen Wright. And the free kick is awarded. Again, a dangerous situation just outside the penalty area. So Filipescu winning that one for Steaua. Again, Prodan has moved forward. So that's 75 minutes gone, and there's still no scoring, but a chance here perhaps for Steaua Bucharest. And it's Gielka who's waiting to take this one. The referee, meanwhile, has been over to the far side to consult his linesman. Well, the referee is engaged in various conversations here, and he's calling over McLaren. Well, there's obviously been some incident off the ball, and McLaren has been ordered off. And Militaro is heading away as well. So the referee ran over to the far side to speak to the linesman, returned there, called over McLaren, and pointed over towards the dressing rooms, and Militaro has followed him. Well, dramatic happenings now in this second half. Both sides reduced to 10 men. Well, as Filipescu was winning that free kick, there was a high boot from Stephen Wright, but while that was going on, there's obviously been an off-the-ball situation. The linesman spotted it, the linesman on the far side spotted it, and the referee took immediate action. So McLaren, who was on a booking, is out of the next game. But here comes Steaua. And it's Gordon Jury who makes the challenge there in Prodan.
Well, typical of tax inspectors, they do make rather baffling decisions, so I'm not too sure. Well, none of us up here, the pressmen, nobody could ever see what situation had gone on. It's not one of those ones where the punches have been thrown or anything else like that, so we'll have to really wait and see as to how or why both players were sent off.
So another substitution by Steaua, and it's Sabine Illier. And it's Vladiou who's coming off.
The Rangers will be pleased with that substitution. Vladiou looked sharp as the game was going on, so now we've got Illier coming on. It's not the same Illier that went off in the second half,
no,
but another one coming on.
Well, that's two players who've caused Rangers problems have gone off. And of course Militaru has been ordered off. So Goff watches that one carefully. It's Petric who gets the touch. It's still not properly cleared though. It's Wright who gets his head to the ball. It's Jury who gets a further touch. McCoy's back there. Still it's not cleared. Gascoigne's there also, but the referee has stepped in and awarded a free kick to Rangers.
I think Richard Goff was just asking him as to probably why that sending off has happened, because Alan McLaren and his rest of his defensive colleagues done a real sterling job, and there didn't seem to be any punches or anything thrown at it. I mean, there wasn't any obvious flare-up or anything else, but the linesman had spotted something and called the referee over.
Well, it happened at precisely the moment Wright had fouled Filipescu. This is Illier, but losing out to Goff. A long one by him for McCoy's to chase. It drops in behind Cheek. So it's McCoy's. Laudrup. He's very much in his own here. Again, he's surrounded by Steaua players, and it's Prodan who emerges with the ball. He handled that situation well, and he provides the pass now. It's Illier who plays it through, but that's not a good one. The two substitutes trying to combine, Illier and Rosser.
I think that's summed the game up at the moment. Passes do go astray. Prodan did well to break down the move from Laudrup, but Rangers giving the ball away just a bit too easy. Just keep hold of the ball now. You never know in the final 10 or 11 minutes that we've got. That one chance that they might create. They haven't really created any chances in the game, to be fair, apart from one free kick from Gascoigne. You know, now's an excellent time to score or make a chance.
This is Petric. There's still no scoring here in Bucharest, and both sides have been reduced to 10 men. The offside flag goes up. Ali McCoy was moving forward there, so too was Ian Durant on the far side. So Rangers waiting to make another change. Yes, the numbers are wrong. Number 5's off already.
It was a good try, though. A good attempt to try and substitute Alan McLaren. Yeah, she should have done a bit earlier.
Double that to number 10. And Neil Murray's the man coming on, and Ian Durant is leaving the field. So just under 9 minutes left here in Bucharest. It's Steaua 0, Rangers 0. And on comes Neil Murray, who broke into the Rangers team during the last Champions League run 3 seasons ago. So the management team obviously want to just tighten things up in the middle of the park, and we just take the point away now from an evening that's been far from entertaining. And there's no doubt that Steaua in the first half looked to like their side, but they've lost some influential players now. This is Prodan, who's pushing forward more and more, and yet another shot goes in, and yet another shot off target.
Yeah, Andy Gorin wouldn't mind watching these go wide all in the final 8 minutes that are left. That's well wide, didn't threaten the goal, and the Rangers, once again, the Rangers back three coming out to block them on the edge of the area, but the game's really drifting towards a draw now.
It's Dobosh. This is Gilka. Pervu. Still the retaining possession, stringing the passes together. Pervu, the man, has scored a few goals despite the fact he's a defender, but down he goes there just outside the area. And Steaua have the free kick.
These back memories of 1988, and they had a free kick just outside the area, didn't they? Got a wicked deflection that went past Chris Wood, so fingers crossed on this one.
So the final minutes are ticking away, but there's pressure here for Rangers. Richard Goff will have to retreat a bit before this can be taken. Goff's retreated almost onto the goal line now. Rushes back out. And that's a magnificent save again from Andy Gorham. Gilka sending in a superb effort. Well, Andy Gorham does it again. That was a superb effort. Well, Richard Goff had run onto the line to guard that particular area. He rushed forward again. That's where Gilka hit it, and Gorham at full stretch pushes away for the corner kick. Well, just about 6 minutes left, still no scoring here. But there is now. Steaua take the lead in dramatic fashion. 84 minutes gone. And it's Prodan who scores for Steaua. And the crowd erupts after a night of frustration for them. Well, Andy Gorham had made a superb save, but there's nothing he could do about this one. Prodan with his left foot high into the corner.
Well, it quite takes your breath away, the quality of that goal, the quality of the left foot strike. The corner's drifting away from the box, seemingly away from the edge of the danger area. Gordon Petrich can't quite get the block in here, number 6. But that goes in like a bullet. Had anybody been on that post, he might have got a header to it, but it was such a quality strike. Here we see it once more. Lovely left foot strike here. 22 yards. The lovely strike there. There had to be a goal of that quality really to beat Andy Gorham, who had made such a fantastic save from the free kick just a few seconds earlier.
So it looks as though it's going to be a cruel night for Rangers. They come through that first half when they might easily have lost things. They look to be heading for a point. So they've got just about 5 minutes to rescue things, and they might as well just push everyone forward now. This is Jury. Now it's Gascoigne. And the referee awards the free kick to Rangers. So Gascoigne waving his teammates forward as the Steaua coach looks on anxiously. It's Petrich who can certainly wallop them, but that one is charged down quickly. It was Pervu who got in the way of it. Jury takes a tumble and the break's on now. It's played through towards Filipescu. It's away from Goff. The referee allows play to go on, and he's telling the Steaua player to get up. So just under 3 minutes now, plus any stoppage time. It's Steaua 1, Rangers 0. Prodan the scorer. That really has ignited the crowd. Fireworks and flares all around the stadium. And the referee is showing the yellow card. And of course, Gilka will have to be extremely careful. This is Wright. Jury. Laudrup with 2 minutes left. Nice little turn by Laudrup. And that goes behind for the corner. Gordon Petric was well forward, and Rangers have the corner. So there's still some hope if they can get something back out of this. It's played short by Laudrup to right, floated in, and solidly punched away by the goalkeeper as Richard Gough come in to threaten. It's left there by Petric. Steaua have it again. This is Gilka. This is a very solid game tonight. He loses out to Gascoigne, who'll have to be careful now. He's already been booked, and the referee is showing a fair bit of patience with him. Steaua just want to keep it deep in Rangers territory. In fact, they've got themselves a corner out of that as Cleland made the challenge. So under a minute left. So it looks like being a sore one for Rangers, Terry.
Yeah, a chance for Laudrup on the ball now to try and go at them. It's the first real break he's had. But just like in other situations, he gives the ball away. But Rangers really have themselves to blame there. They've not really got themselves going, and they thought they got away with it with the free kick. Good save by Andy Gorham. Another good save by Andy Gorham from another long shot. I thought they got away with it, but I mean, that was a quality strike. That would have won any game for any team, really. Sort of effort that was. But Rangers still got a few seconds left if they can get that ball into the box.
This is Gascoigne trying to force it through. It's McCoist. We're now into stoppage time. It's Laudrup getting in the cross. It's Jury, and that was Filipescu with a superb intervention. Now it's Petric. The crowd are whistling for time. And it's Filipescu again involved, and the decision goes Rangers' way.
No frills here, just get it into that box as quick as you can.
So Richard Gough has moved forward. There he is, taking a touch. Back it goes to right. This is Gascoigne. And Steaua do the correct thing. Let's get it upfield. Andy Gorham has gone way out of his area. And that ball from him drops beyond Laudrup. So just a minute now of stoppage time played. Well, Rangers were within 5 or 6 minutes of gaining a good result, but it has not been a worthy performance from them tonight. There can be no excuses. Too many disappointments. Filipescu, who's done well since coming on.
The referee is showing no inclination to blow, which is good for Rangers to try and get men forward and try and get the ball into the half as quick as they can. The referee gives a free kick. This is where the Romanians can waste a bit of time, get the ball into the corners, just see out these final few seconds. Every Romanian here screaming for the referee to blow his whistle.
That's now 2 minutes of stoppage time played. As Dobosh takes this one, plays it short to Pirvu. And it's Steyer's ball. So all eyes on the referee, who has a look at the watch. So it makes it imperative Rangers take something from their home match against Borussia Dortmund in a couple of weeks' time. And that will really be a big pressure night for them now. As again, Steaua win the throw-in.
And once again, the linesman makes a rather debatable decision, but there's no doubt the sending off did affect Rangers more with McLaren going off.
And there goes the final whistle. It's been a night of disappointment here for Rangers. The final score is Steaua Bucharest 1, Rangers 0.
Yes, as Jerry says, a disappointing start for Rangers in the Champions League. But do join us after this short break for the views of Trevor and Alex. And welcome back. Trevor, 1-0 to Steaua tonight. Disappointing for Rangers.
Very disappointing. Obviously, it was not the result that we wanted. You know, we almost had the finishing line in sight there, and it took an absolutely exceptional goal to beat us in the end.
Of course, we'll see that in a minute. Alec Gorham played so well tonight, and before that, he'd brought off a number of good saves, hadn't he?
Yeah, a brilliant save. I think it was from a free kick from the right-hand side, which we see here. He must have seen it very late, as Terry Butcher, I think, commented at the time. And it's a brilliant claw right in the line there, virtually.
That's an excellent save, that really is. He's had to watch that, as Alex said, right to the last second there. The distractions all going on in front of him. And he's actually just got that hand down to it and kept a hold of it, which was the essential thing.
Sure, and he did it again, didn't he, Alex, when they got their free kick, and Gielka, of course, was the obvious candidate to take it. A tremendous save, which led to the corner.
Well, we've said all night, you know, they've had umpteen shots, and they had to get one in target, and that was the one of real substance from the free kick.
Again, there was a lot going on there in front of Andy. Richard Goff had probably been called back there by Andy to sit on the line.
Yeah.
He was worried about that exact free kick, and he ran off right in front of Andy's sight, but he got his hand to it, which was great.
What a save it was.
Of course. Actually, over in Bucharest recently, Archie Knox was telling me that Prodan, the goal scorer, was a real danger, and he proved it. What a strike it was.
Absolutely excellent. I mean, we thought that the ball was quite safe at the edge of the box there, and Gordon Petric did literally all that he could, but he just got half an inch, and the ball screamed into the net.
I didn't really think that Steaua caused Rangers enormous problems behind the defence. The defence played very well, I thought, on the night. But this is unstoppable. It's a magnificent strike on the volley. The only thing we could criticise is possibly the fact that Rangers don't have a man on that right-hand post. Andy Gorham's right-hand post.
Yeah, of course. Maybe
body short
nothing Gorham could do. One final footnote, apparently there was an off-the-ball punch-up with McLaren and Militaro, which the fourth official spotted, unfortunately, and that was the end of it for them. And that's it from us for Rangers' first night in the Champions League. Steaua 1, Rangers 0. We'll be back at 11:40 with highlights of the other matches in the UEFA Champions League, including Blackburn, Spartak Moscow, and Dortmund Juventus. See you later. Bye for now.
This program was sponsored by Ford and Continental.